All right, it's First and 10. I'm Nelson, and this is going to be Wednesday's Power Rankings. Now, week 7 in the NFL is now done, so we can go ahead and take a look back, regrade it, and take a look to see where each team stands. Now, this is currently where I have the other 11 to 32 teams. My top 10, I always go through them one by one. If your team's on here, don't care. All right, so first off, though, before we get in there, I want to do my awards. The FF Award, the fucking finally award, and it's about fucking time we get a good run game from the Broncos, bro. The Broncos running back able to get Jontavian Williams able to get 88 yards. To them, that's a fucking lot. 88 yards is a lot. I know it's not 100, but to them, it is a lot. 2 touchdowns, plenty of points in fantasy. It's about time Broncos establish a run. Are they going to be able to keep it against the Carolina Panthers? Arguably the worst team in the NFL? Probably. Now, as far as what they do the week after that, I'm hoping it's able to stay consistent. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and give the FF award to the Denver's rush game. Now, next up, I got my bed shitter award. Now, I had plenty of teams in mind. I was thinking long and hard, like, okay, what team do I want to give it to? Who fucking shit the bed the most? And it came in. I finally figured it out in an epiphany. I was looking back. Oh my God, remember Hard Knocks when the Giants, behind the scenes of the Giants, and they were testing Saquon Barkley's value in the trade, and he went ahead and went to the direct enemy to the Philadelphia Eagles, and he finally came back to MetLife Stadium for the first time as an Eagle and just ran all over the Giants. So I gotta give my bed shitter award to the Giants. You basically told this man, yeah, we don't want to sign you. I think we got to worry about Danny Dimes here, our quarterback who hasn't thrown a touchdown in God knows how long in our stadium. They told him, you know what, we like you, but go ahead, see who you could find. And they go off with the arch rival, and they just come in first time going over and just run over the Giants, only giving them 3 points. Saquon had himself a day. So Giants, you shit the bed, honestly. Front office shit the bed. You should have kept Saquon, man. Don't know what was going through your guys' head. I don't even know what was going on with that Danny Jones contract, man. Awful idea. Get everyone out of here, bro. Everyone out of the office. Out. All of you guys shit the bed. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our top 10 now. Now, at number 10, all right, if you've been here for a while, then you know rules are rules. And if you're on a bye, I hold your spot. Now, at number 10, I have the Chicago Bears. And now that their bye week is over, the Bears look to play the Washington Commanders in the Week 8 matchup. And if Jaden Daniels is healthy, then I do see the Bears continuing to roll. Now, as far as Jaden Daniels, yes, if he is considered week to week at the time. So, is he going to be at full strength if he shows up to play? I don't know. I think he's going to be a little bit more delicate. It might change up the offensive strategy, and I think the Bears defense can take advantage of that. So again, and it's crazy to think that if the playoffs were to start right here, right now, all 4 of the NFC North teams will be in the playoffs, and that just has never happened before. But let's see if the Bears can step forward, because I mean, they would be the number 7 seed if things don't change. But that was number 10. Now, at number 9 here, going up 3 spots, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I'll be the first to say that I was wrong about Russell Wilson starting. I gave the edge to the Jets if Russell Wilson was starting, and I gave Pittsburgh the edge if Justin Fields was starting. Nothing was guaranteed set in stone when I made my predictions, and I don't even know who is starting this week, to be honest. But Russell Wilson against the Jets threw for 264 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Najee Harris, running back, ran for over 100 yards with a touchdown as well. So the Steelers had everything going their way on both offense and defense, shutting out the Jets in the second half. Couldn't even fucking score a point. So we have success with both quarterbacks at this point, Wilson and Fields. So the only question is, what's going to happen next? When and if are they going to switch up? That's going to be up to them. But for right now, whatever wonky system they have going on, it's working for them. Number 9, Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, at number 8, going up 3 spots, I got the Buffalo Bills. Now, the new addition to Amari Cooper to the Bills, he wastes no time making an impact as he finds the end zone for a touchdown. And Josh Allen continues to be a fucking amazing here. Has yet to throw an interception this season, and we're entering week 8 of the NFL. Josh Allen threw for over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and now that Josh Allen has a real wide receiver one, this Bills team is going to be a scary team in the AFC. And again, they definitely have their division, the AFC East, on lockdown. That is theirs for the taking. They got a guaranteed playoff spot, in my opinion. How far they go as far as seeding goes, that's going to be up to them. But for right now, in power rankings, I got them at number 8. Now, at number 7, going up one spot here, I got the Washington Commanders. Now, the Washington Commanders, with the absolute black magic, soul-stealing ritual they performed on the Carolina Panthers. Now, even though Jayden Daniels did get injured and left the game due to that injury, and is considered to be week to week on his return, he might be back for this week. Who knows? Maybe some time resting it would be for the best for everybody here. But I honestly think if he can return, I think they'll be just competitive enough to keep up with the Chicago Bears. Commanders summed up over 400 yards of offense with the backup quarterback in the game. That just tells me that their offense is capable of running efficiently without Jayden Daniels, but that's all going to be tested once they face the Chicago's Bears stingy defense. So great game that's going to be coming up in week 8. But for right now, at number 7 in the power rankings. Now at number 6, going down 2 spots here, my first negative in the power top 10, I have the Houston Texans here. And wow, bro. What a week to be let down by having Tank Dell in your starting lineup. Who would do that? Me, bro. Me. I put Tank Dell in the starting lineup, and it gave me fucking a fat ass 0 points, bro. 0 points, man. God, so pissed about that. Anyways, now, with that stat being read out loud, 0 points in fantasy, that pretty much tells you CJ Stroud was not targeting him. Now, CJ Stroud was held under 100 yards in this game. The Packers defense was doing their job, held CJ under 100, so they had to turn to the running game. Now, the running game from Joe Mixon and Texans unfortunately came up short against the Packers. And now, with a divisional game coming up, the Texans can get a big bounce back win and strengthen their lead against the AFC South. But again, for right now, my first drop in the power rankings at number 6, down 2 spots, I got the Houston Texans. Now, at number 5, going up 1 spot here, I have the Green Bay Packers. Now I know what you're thinking. Despite throwing 2 interceptions, Jordan Love threw for 220 yards and 3 touchdowns. So it more than balances out, in my opinion. And they ended up getting the win here. So Jordan Love seemed for now, the Packers, they actually have a kicker. They actually have a kicker in this time. Brandon McManus just picked off a free agency despite having a fucking trial and pending against him. Packers said, fuck it, I need someone that's stable to kick for the team. They bring him on. They try to ice the kicker with the timeout last second, and he still gets the field goal. Packers get a last-second win against the Texans in a great game. Now, Josh Jacobs finally gets his first touchdown reception in his career. Couldn't do it with the couldn't do it with the Raiders, but able to get it with the Packers. Now, despite having the ball for less time, they managed to get a tough, gritty win. And for right now, I got them up 1 spot in the power rankings at number 5. Now, at number 4, going up 1 spot here, I got the Baltimore Ravens. And my picks from here on 1 through 4, it's a really, really tight race. It can be rearranged in any order. I can definitely see people making the argument for that. But right now, this is my power rankings, bro. This is my power rankings. Now, it came down to a really, had to pick it down to like nitty gritty. But all I can say here is quarterback Lamar Jackson had 5 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Not just that, but the King Derrick Henry ran for 169 yards, on just 15 carries. So literally every time he touched the ball, you give him the damn ball, he gets you an automatic first down. That's just a fucking insane stat. That's an automatic first down if you give it to him. Now, arguably more impressive, their wide receiver Rashad Bateman had 121 yards on just 4 receptions. So every time Lamar threw the ball towards this direction, it was over a 30-yard reception. I can't make these stats up, and honestly, if the Ravens can keep this up, they can stand toe-to-toe with any team. And now, at number 3, going down 2 spots here, former number 1, I got the Minnesota Vikings. Now, despite getting off to a hot start with a quick touchdown and stopping a fake early punt, the Vikings came just short against the Lions. Quarterback Sam Darnold threw for 259 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Wide receiver Justin Jefferson had 7 receptions for 81 yards and a touchdown. And the running game looked great too, with Aaron Jones running for 93 yards and a touchdown. And in my opinion, there was just some questionable time management at the very end. But losing by a last-second field goal says they were able to stay competitive with a fellow juggernaut team. Now, for now, I got that my number 3. But let's see how they bounce back after getting their first loss of the season. So, Vikings. Is this the beginning of a downward spiral? I hope not, man. As much as I hate to say it, I hope not. I don't know. Oh, you played the Rams on Thursday Night Football. Let's see what they end up doing. First time getting a loss, see how you bounce back. Now at number 2, going up 1 spot here, I got my Detroit Lions here. Now the Lions escaped Minnesota with a last-second field goal from UFL kicker Jake Bates, and now they solely remain on top of the gauntlet of the NFC North, and Jared Goff has yet another great game, going 22 for 25, 280 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And in fact, with their last 4 games, the Detroit Lions have scored more touchdowns, 18, than Jared Goff has thrown incompletions, 16. That is a fucking crazy stat. First time that's ever happened in the NFL. As it stands, the Lions offense at the moment, they rank 2nd in points per game, 2nd in total yards per game, 4th in rush yards per game, and 3rd in pass yards per game. Now the offense is clicking. Now let's see how the division adapts with the Lions now being on top of the NFC, number 1 seed in the NFC, Detroit Lions, number 2 in the power rankings. And of course, obviously, with this being the power rankings here, at number 1, I have the Chiefs being undefeated. That's okay. Let's justify here. Just because you're number 1 on the power rankings does not mean you're the best team. In my opinion, I think you're the team who has the best foreground laid for a successful future. And the Chiefs being undefeated, 6-0, and then their shitty ass division, I think they're gonna be a top spot in the AFC playoff seedings. Now that's unfortunate to say, and we got some breaking news. As of this morning, they have traded for DeAndre Hopkins from the Titans. Now they now have a true wide receiver 1, and honestly, I was kind of disappointed with this last Super Bowl rematch. It was a fucking whack game from both quarterbacks. Mahomes has more interceptions than touchdowns, and yet they are still undefeated. Make that make sense? It doesn't make sense to me at all. But again, undefeated, being the last undefeated team in the NFL goes a long way, especially in seeding and especially in their sorry ass fucking division. We're doomed here, bro. We're doomed unless someone in the AFC can stand up. But now that they have a real weapon at wide receiver, can they go back to the real juggernaut offense, high scoring offense that we are used to? Time will only tell. How fast can he adapt, DeAndre Hopkins, to the new playbook? I think pretty fucking quick, in my opinion. But these are my power rankings. Again, 1 through 32. Your team is on there as far as plus or minus where I had them as far as last week goes. And now, if you want to go ahead and join our Pigskin Pick'em League, the link will be in the description below. But this has been First and Den. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.